Good evening, my lovelies. I hope you guys are well. I'm doing something a little different today. I know it's been a couple weeks, my bad. I really am stepping up like I said I would in the last video. I did have a convention last weekend in West Palm Beach, tattoo convention. And so I was doing that and I didn't get back home in time or even have the energy to do the video on Monday. So I apologize for that if anybody was waiting on that. But if not, shit, here we are, right? This is Tarragon, my new sweet baby boy. He really is the best and the sweetest. So I'm chilling with him today. We're gonna do this little video. I would like to talk about the energies that just happened on the 27th. Quite a big shift. Bro, it's been rough lately, has it not? I don't know if you guys have been feeling it. I'm sure you have if you're here, but it's been really rough lately. When I first turned the video on, I'm like, did I give myself a black eye or just I'm exhausted, right? So anyway, the 27th seemed to be the shift of June that just passed, right? A few days ago. That seemed to be quite an energetical shift. I know there was some shifts going on in general, but as far as feeling it and being really affected by it this time, as far as, man, I've really been seeing so much with friends and family, loved ones, acquaintances, everybody, yours truly included a little bit, really having some issues with money flow lately, right? Before the 27th, there's quite a big, I don't know, it's just been really weird lately. I might have spoke about it in the last video, but our busy season has not been busy. You know what I mean? I know everybody's going through it with what's going on politically and just in the world and all of that. I get it. But it's been kind of odd lately, and even heavily, other than that, the energies have felt, heavy and stuff. I think so. So if you've been going through it, I'm glad you're here because I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. Probably for the last few months, I've been feeling quite the shift of, I don't know, I'm pretty good about staying positive, right? And being uplifting about things and just knowing things are happening for a reason. But the last few months have been quite trying, like more trying than they have been in the last few years probably. And everything that I've come through already and gotten over and, and just the little goals I've even been achieving, maybe some are bigger goals, but to me, just little things here and there of shifting my schedule, being more focused with things, all of that, as much work and as much not work, if that makes sense, as I feel like I need to have been doing to keep the balance as far as not overworking myself and making sure that I am doing my best and putting in my focused and super intention setting effort. Just excuse my delirium for a minute, you guys. Anyway, my focus and, with my intentions and really where I want to go, who I want to have around me, what I want to be doing. I've been really doing that, I feel, the best that I can lately, the last few months, and just trying to overcome the feeling of kind of being invisible lately and not being seen, and like I'm walking in quicksand. Like nothing I'm doing is helping and it's not progressing. It's been really heavy that way lately. Again, I'm sure a lot of you have been feeling that way. A lot of people around me have even become homeless lately or are dealing with that or just getting into a place finally after a few months. And it's been more than I've ever experienced of anyone around me in my life ever. It's been really weird. I'm gonna say it 12 more times, really weird. Why I wanted to do this video though, besides introduce you to Tarragon, and don't worry, Trooper's here too. He's in the bedroom chilling on the velvet pillow. It's about his bedtime actually. He usually goes to sleep around between now and 7. If you don't know, Trooper's my pet butterfly. He's on my channel. I took him to the convention with me and everything. I've been taking care of him for about 3 weeks now, or over 3 weeks, 22 days today. But he's awesome too. I'm not gonna get too much into it. You can go check out his videos if you'd like to see that, but they're both lovely boys. We got my little troop, my little tribe here, right? My pack. Anyway, back to the point of why I'm making this video. The last couple days, things have shifted since the 27th, and they have shifted for the better. But keeping my positivity the last few months, again, has been trying. It's been really hard. I've had to come to a few realizations also, and still delve deeper into myself and making sure that I'm meeting myself at depth levels and not at surface levels, right? And that shit's not easy, let me tell you. It's not always fun to face stuff like that and really go in there and peel back the layers of the onion and everything, but it is necessary for growth. The shift that's happened, what I've experienced, and maybe you have too, or if you feel like you're still trudging through the quicksand and nothing has shifted, I want to talk about maybe why, okay? This is just, like, again, my experience and what I'm thinking is happening. A few other things that I've read about the shift too, but I like to go for my intuition and my actual experiences of what I'm doing, what's happening, the befores and afters and everything, because that's like hands-on, right? I'm experimenting in a way with life and just seeing what happens if, I do stay positive, or I do keep my head down and keep going, or whatever I'm doing in the time that seems to be maybe different than the energies I was doing before, of where, again, I've been really pushing myself lately, and I think in a good way, hopefully not pushing myself over the edge type, doing way too much, but in taking myself more seriously, taking my boundaries more seriously, taking my business more seriously, right? Not being so nice. I am a nice person. People know that I have strong boundaries, and I can get, a little, when them nostrils flare, I get a little, I can be very firm, and I don't know, I used to be called mean sometimes. I don't think I'm mean. But as far as being too nice, not having the strong boundaries where I've needed them, right? So I've been adjusting those as I see fit, as I see anywhere where it makes me feel like I've lost any power. That's how you know too that you have a boundary that you might need to set a little firmer, or put in place a little better, or speak to some people about. Because if you're feeling some type of way that you didn't say something, spoke up when you should have, or as me, what happened to business practice that I have in place, but for some reason I, didn't hold it to the person, to the, how I roll with the deposit and rescheduling and all of that, whatever, right? I didn't hold to my practices of what I said I was going to do with that. And it made me feel like shit. Like, on top of all the other stuff that I've been dealing with, energetical wise, and just adult wise, personal wise, career wise, all of that stuff. So it was just another dump on top that it felt like. But what I've realized is that getting through these energies and holding firm in what I was doing, my point, right? It took my power away when I didn't hold that boundary and that practice firm in my career, right? So I could tell, number one, by the way it made me feel, but I went back on a promise that I made to myself. I didn't do it intentionally, right? It was an accident, but I wasn't standing in my power and thinking about the decision I was making, right? I was making the decision from a place of lack. So, and a place of being, it not being confident, really, in that time and space. I wasn't confident in myself or whatever was happening, and so I gave my power away for a minute. That was, not the first thing, but one of the many things over the last few months that's made me change and really adjust how I do things and what I'm accepting for myself, okay? Because it's reflecting all around me of certain things in every area of my life, right? Because they all correlate together and are connected. So if you have been lately having these down energies and feeling like you're trudging through the quicksand, but you have been doing all you can and just keeping your focus on your goals and really where you're trying to get, your boundaries, what you want for yourself, I feel like on the 27th, things shifted for the better for you. I feel like you've been seeing some more movement. You know, they kind of been playing Tetris with the energies. This moves up, that moves over, that moves down, lines cleared off, right? Then we can move on to the next phase. So for those of us that don't feel like that, anything shifted, that you're still walking in quicksand, I feel like it's probably because you're not standing up for yourself. You're not standing in your power. You're not doing what you said you were going to do for yourself and for your business, family, day, schedule, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. When you make a promise to yourself and you repeatedly break it, then that's just showing the energies around you that, you know, you're not committed to yourself. So why should anybody be committed to you in any type of way, or any situation be committed to you? Does that make sense? So look at in the areas, if you're feeling stuck in the quicksand still, that and let me tell you, everything's not all the way balanced out, but I'm still working towards it, and I feel much better now. And I see where literally as soon as I shifted some of those energies within me, that wherever they came from, you know, my shadow or me picking up, sometimes you pick up energies somewhere, being an empath, you know, you're around other people that maybe you're not confident, or you're in an area of a lot of energies and you haven't cleansed yourself. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, just check yourself and make sure that you're being committed to yourself first, and that you're holding firm in your boundaries. Don't be too nice. I literally had to write it on my mirror and remind myself, stop being so nice, right? What's that one saying? It's everywhere, and I've used it before and repeated it here before, which I love. It's I'm a good person, not a nice one, right? And that doesn't mean you're a fucking asshole and you're rude to people and, you know, inconsiderate. No, what that means is you don't let people step on your boundaries, and you're not afraid to say no. No matter what the repercussion is, as far as if you say no to somebody, if you hold a business practice in place and you say, no, this is my business practice, this is how we run it. If you don't like it, too bad. And somebody wants to give you shit about it, oh well. You know what I mean? You have to uphold these standards for yourself, no matter what. So, no matter what, with respect, of course, to yourself and everybody else. You guys know what I mean. But if you're not doing that, you're giving your power away, and you're showing that you don't matter. As soon as I switched that up, I've been doing it a bit the past week, but again, the 27th seemed to be the catalyst day where everything, if you had been recognizing that you're giving your power away and really doing the work and looking inside to see where am I lacking, like as far as like, you know, being connected and aware of what's going on and why things around you maybe aren't flowing like they should be. You know, I feel like there's obviously the inner person, the outer reality reflects the inner reality of what you're thinking, what you're believing, all of that stuff, right? So I also believe, though, that there's worldly energies, obviously, that are coming in with that and kind of interfering too. That's where you have to hold fast and stay strong with being centered and grounded in your energies, right? Because there may be a chaos of whirlwind of shit going on right now or whenever in the world, but you can't let that throw you off. That doesn't mean you're not aware of it. That doesn't mean, you know, you can't do whatever little part you can to maybe try to make it better or whatever it is, but you still have to remain centered in what you're doing and in your life, and because that's just gonna pile on then if you're not centered and grounded in what you're doing and focused and really aware, being in the present moment of what's going on, of what you can do, which you can't do, letting go of what you can't do, right? So if you have been staying grounded and centered and holding fast to your beliefs and standing up for yourself and speaking up for people doing wrong around you, or just not allowing bullshit, then good for you. I believe that you probably felt the shift and you're feeling a bit of relief, hopefully. And if not, I just would like to share that with you. To please check where you're not holding your boundaries in place, and to where you're not standing up for yourself and being your own protector, and, you know, not allowing people in your life that are full of shit, that are wasting your time, that hit you up all the time but have nothing to give and nothing to say. If these are all surface people and surface things that are around you and you're not getting deep connections, it's probably because you're not getting deep with yourself, right? And you're just being surface. This guy's just passed out, bro. That's it. I mean, I know it's kind of a short video. They're usually a bit longer, but that's the main focus of just what I wanted to talk about today. I'm still getting more focused on my schedule and getting more rigid with it, saying no, you know, when I need to do things for myself and my business and my little tribe here or my house, whatever it is, fucking laundry, organizing, it doesn't matter. I need to get it done for myself. So there's time and place to obviously have days off and play. I don't want anybody to overwork themselves, because that's another lesson that I've had to go through from being a go-getter, a doer, you know, not very good at relaxing person since I was very, very young, right? So I never want to, that's a balance thing that I have to work, I'm still working with also, to try to stay balanced, not overworking myself, feeling worthy that the work that I did that day was enough, that I don't have to work, you know, 100 hours in a day, you know, and kill myself to achieve what I want. I have to realize that there's a stopping point, and then I get to start again tomorrow. That's why schedule rigidity is so important, and being consistent with your schedule is because if you're not, then your energies are going to be all over the place and not focus. When there's some consistency, obviously some random stuff sometimes in your schedule every now and then, you know, having what's the spontaneous, a little spontaneity is nice every now and then. But when you're focused on something and you need to get it done, and if your energies are, like I said, just scattered all over the week and different every day, and you don't know what you're doing, and you don't have, like, again, like me, I do a list, I do my schedule, what I have to do tomorrow, what are my priorities, and then once I've done that stuff, then I chill, I play, I, you know, relax, do whatever. A lot of the times it has to do with painting and drawing, but still, that's a very peaceful time for me. Little confirmation there, but also getting that stuff done and focusing on things that I need to do for my business that are not pertaining to painting or drawing or sketching. It's like an added bonus when I get that stuff done and I'm focused on it. For one, you get it done a little bit quicker because your energies aren't scattered. You just have everybody, the TV, the phone, everything, shut the fuck up so you can do what you need to do, focus on it. And then number one, you feel so much more confident and better about yourself that you achieved, hey, I got the shit done I needed to do today. Awesome. And then as an added bonus for me, then I get to get on my painting sooner, right? So if I handle all my more business type stuff, then my reward is that I get to go do all the stuff that I want to do, that I'm, you know what I'm saying? Not that I don't enjoy doing the other stuff that I have to do for my business, but obviously not as fun as the creative part of it. So, and then I get to hang out with these guys a little bit longer too. So a short and sweet, like I said, I hope it helped. I hope Tarragon brought you some comfort and some love. He is so full of love. I love that kid. It's been about 24 hours I've had him now. If you've, if you're on my Instagram and stuff, you've seen I've gone and visited him the last month to connect, and he totally chose me, and our energies are just like two peas in a pod. So, and he's been sweet to his trooper, his little brother fly, his butterfly trooper friend. He's been really sweet with him. So I'm definitely going to teach him to be gentle with the butterflies and the caterpillars outside too. So he'll be one of those dogs you see with the butterfly land on their nose in the pictures, right? And they just blink. That'll be him. Anyways, I love you guys. I appreciate anybody that watches. If it helps at all, would you let me know, please? If it makes sense, please let me know. I am, like I said, doing my best to put out a video every Monday. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next Monday. Check out my Instagram and Facebook if you get a chance. It's Dragon Queen Creations, or my website, dragonqueen.ink, INK. And let me know if you have any questions or anything. I love you guys. Please stay healing. Please check yourself. Be your own parent. Be your own, inner child's protector and love. And make sure that you're just taking care of yourself first before you're expelling all your energy to everybody else, okay? Say no. Don't be too nice. Love yourself and have a wonderful night. See you.